Okay guys, we are now on day 2 of building an AI content agency. And wow, I'm excited for this. We have a lot in store today. We're going to be setting up our personal brand. We're going to be leveraging the offer we built in the previous episode. So please, before we start, if you haven't watched episode 1 yet, please do it. And the reason behind this is because we build out the perfect AI content agency offer for you. And if you want any shot of being able to acquire clients, you need an irresistible offer. And this is exactly what we build. But that's enough. Let's get into the premise of this video. And I'm going to start off by minimizing my whatever it's called, circle. And I'm trying to bring more energy to these videos. I watched back episode 1 and yeah, of course it was super valuable, but I feel like I can bring so much more energy and excitement to these videos to really keep you guys engaged, so you're going to learn a lot more, because that's what's really important to me. So this is what I've prepared for us within this video. So it's day 2, and what we're going to be covering is setting up our personal brand, warming up our account, and then finally we're going to be going over creating content that converts. How can we actually script, edit, and post content which is going to bring dream clients to us, or when we outreach to them, make them actually want to speak with us and hop on a call. Okay, awesome. So recap, this is our previous offer we built. I'll build you a content engine that expands your visibility and positions you as the go-to expert in your industry, so you attract, nurture, and convert your dream clients on autopilot, as I will handle the entire content process for you. And what I've actually added is, just because when we are setting up these Instagram accounts, obviously it's very unlikely we're going to go viral straight away. So I'm just preempting that a lot of the objections behind people working with us are going to be like, oh, you're not going viral. Like, why are you trying to sell me something if you can't do it yourself? And this is why we're leveraging the fact that you can attract and nurture your dream client without needing to go viral, because you're making content only directed towards your dream avatar. So by us adding that in, we're essentially just removing any potential objections. So I wanted to let you know about that. But now we've done a recap, let's go on to building our Instagram accounts. And it was super lucky. So whilst I was preparing for this video, I was thinking, what account could I use? I was thinking about using my current Instagram account, but I was like, that's kind of cheating, because I already have some amazing connections on there, like some really good people, right? So I was like, let me see if we have any old accounts from our agency back when we were really just doing mass outreach and not as many people were really coming to us. And I was actually able to find this account, so joseph.content. As you can see, yes, it does have 1,500 followers, but right now when I basically deactivated it, it has 0 posts, no profile pictures, and literally the only thing left is the bio. So that's what we're going to be going with. But before we get on to this, I need to really make this clear with you guys when it comes to setting up your accounts. So please pay attention to this. So right now you're going to have 2 choices, okay? You can either use your existing account. So maybe this was like an account you had when you were growing up, you set up when you were younger. I would strongly recommend going with this. My main account is the one I used when I was younger. And I probably had the exact same mindset belief I know a lot of you are probably having right now. Oh, but so many people are going to judge me for making content. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be the one who's putting in the effort, really trying to better your life, and really trying to just build something amazing. So please just don't care what other people say. Back when I first started making content, people would laugh at me all the time and be like, you're wasting your time on this. You're never going to achieve anything from it. And it's like, now look. So please, if you do have an existing account, go with it. And the reason behind that is this thing called account warming up, okay? So account warming up. Instagram, to prevent bots and really just keep its community safe, it has like AI, which essentially just scrapes over every new account. And if it sees you basically setting up a new account and then posting a bunch of content straight away and reaching out to a bunch of people, it's going to ban you. Because in Meta's eyes, right, so Meta, the owner of Instagram, they're going to be like, wow, why are you doing all of this straight away? You're obviously a bot. You're obviously trying to like scam people, even though it's not the truth. That's how Instagram thinks. So that's what I strongly suggest you doing, using your current just personal account and basically just turning it into your agency account. I use my account for both. I use my account for business and software, right? And then the agency ones, we have a few people reaching out to us when I'm not constantly hustling on the software. So that is one of the key things you can do. If you are going to go about setting up another account, I want to make it very, very clear with you. This entire process is going to be a lot longer. The reason behind this is because you're going to need to warm up your account, and this can take up to 30 days. And trust me, I would know. We've made a lot of accounts in the past to be able to, just really, really scale outreach. This was one of them. And before we could even use them, sometimes we would have to wait 30 up to 45 days. Otherwise, they would get banned. Because once again, Instagram's going to see it as a new account, and then straight away, they're just going to flag us. Because in their eyes, it's going to be like, oh, you're scamming. Oh, you can't do that, okay? So it's really, really important that if you are going about setting up a new account, you understand this, and I just need to set the expectations with you clear. So either use your current personal account, hopefully it's an aged account, you've had it for around 6 months plus, I'm guessing you likely have. You set up a new account, obviously expectations, or you may have another account you just made a few years back and it's pretty inactive, then use that one. So you have quite a few choices, okay? But I'm going to be going ahead with this one. And essentially what we're going to go over is firstly account setup, account warm up. So if you do decide to make a new account, I'll be showing you how, content, and then finally automations. And don't worry, when I'm referring to automations, I'm essentially just saying ManyChat, because we can start leveraging content where it's like, if you want a free resource, comment the word XYZ and we'll send it to you. This is a really great way to further position yourself as an authority and really start generating leads. So it's very worthwhile that we get this done. But anyway, let's set up our account. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, we're on it. And just to show you that we were using this back in the day for the agency, as you can see, the last message that was sent 40 weeks ago, and my appointment said it was lacking. He never actually sent that person a message, and you're actually getting a quick sneak peek of our old cold DMs, right? And as you can see, we had a really rigorous follow-up process. But we'll get into this a lot more in a second. Okay, so first and foremost, what we need to do is our profile picture. It's really, really important, right, that when you are doing your profile picture, a prospect can actually see your face. You don't want to do like a random cartoon or something, or like a picture of your dog, or even your company logo. It always needs to be you. Because if you are following my offer where you're going around helping people grow their personal brand, etc., people are going to be like, you don't even have a personal brand. You're hiding behind a company account. So this is why it's extremely important that you follow this. And here's the best way for you to do it. So here's the examples of the profile pictures. So you can either go down the route of someone like Alex Samusi, where you're just taking a mugshot of yourself, and then behind, you're just adding your brand colors. Or if you would like, you can be a bit more edgy like me, where you just do a nice lifestyle photo. I believe I was in Budapest at this point, and I just thought it was quite a nice photo. Either one, it doesn't matter. We've experimented with both. I found that neither of which really changed the times people would respond to me, our response rate, call bookings. It wasn't necessarily a problem. And the main reason behind that is you could still see my face, so people could be like, oh, he's a real person. And when they watch my content, they would still be nurtured and be like, wow, this guy really knows what he's on about and he's provided me a lot of value. And for this content agency, I'm decided I'm going to be using this profile picture. So as you can see, it's a really nice one. It's actually what I'm using for the Fusion AI customer support. But I have decided I am going to change the background so it's more like Alex Hamozi's one. And the best way we can do this is by using this website. So it's called PFP Maker. So let's go on to it now. Awesome. So we're on it. I'm quickly going to log in. And once again, this website's totally free, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, cool. I'm now going to upload my photo. Nice. Here we go. It's uploading. And once again, whilst I'm doing this, just follow along with me. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to make a few changes. So essentially what I can do is I can click on edit photo, and then I'm just going to centralize it a bit more and bring it down. I'm also going to scale it. So let's just increase the size. Cool, let's bring me up. It's really important that we're paying attention to these bottom parts just to make sure that the gaps down here aren't showing. But this looks pretty nice. So I'm just going to scroll down again if it lets me to try and save it, because I've been caught out in the past where it gets in the way. Save. Nice. Let's see if we can find something I like, because if I don't, I may just stick with the lifestyle picture. A lot of these I'm not really liking, to be totally honest. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not too much of a fan of them. So I think I am going to stick with this. So let's go to my Instagram now and let's get this uploaded. Okay, perfect, it's uploaded. The one thing I will say, on a laptop, you do have very limited controls. So in a second, I am going to have to log in on my phone and just change a few things up. But this is looking pretty good so far. Now what we need to sort is our bio, okay? So let's scroll down and see the bio framework we made. And it's really important that you follow this bio framework. And the reason behind this is you're essentially qualifying and ensuring only the right people click onto your account straight away. So firstly, what you're going to say is who you help and what you help them with. Next, you're going to have a DMCTA or a testimonial. And I'll further explain what this is in a second. And then finally, what we have is a CTA to a funnel or a YouTube video. And yeah, don't you worry, I will be teaching all of this later down the line in our series. So let's start building this out. So who you help and what you help them with. So let's go back to our offer. So I'll build you a content engine that expands your visibility and positions you as the go-to expert within your industry. So like we said in the previous video, we're not just limiting ourselves to any sort of niche. So instead, what we could say is, I help business owners attract dream clients with content. You see, super simple. And I'm pretty sure we may already have this, helping business owners scale with content. So I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest, so I'm gonna stick with it. And then from here we have DM Fusion for more information. That's pretty good. Instead, what I am gonna change it to though, just to kind of just go back here, so DM CTA or testimonial, how I'm in fact going to change it is, I'm gonna give away a free resource. So DM Fusion, So DM Fusion for a free content resource, and then finally, how to attract dream clients from your content. So this is actually the current lead magnet we're using for Fusion AI, and it's the exact offer I showed you yesterday. And don't worry, I am going to be filming a new VSL later on in this series, but for now we'll just stick with this. So as you can see here, this is the current one we're using. We've been using it for over a year now, and it's working extremely well. So it's like, why on earth would we stop? And as you can see, we don't need many views, only 500, but who's ever going to watch this video, how to build a profitable personal brand? This is actually our old one. It's the 2024 edition, so it's a pretty old one. So we definitely are going to have to film a new one, because on our account right now, the main one we're currently using is this one. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to link a new one up. But I'm super happy that we finally got our first video posted. Anyway, let's get back to it. We're getting sidetracked. Okay, cool. So we've now done our bio. And once again, to recap, and it's really important that you pay attention to this. For your bio, straight away, especially for the top line, who you help and what you help them with. Like, let's say as an example, you decided to be in the fitness niche. I help fitness coaches get more leads with content. I help fitness coaches become the #1 authority figure with content. I help fitness coaches build a content system that works on autopilot. Whatever it is, make sure you call out exactly who it's for and what it helps them with. Because I just cannot express enough how much it is going to help with qualification. And I'm going to be honest with you, once you start doing really well with your content, which I promise you you will, you're going to get a lot more inbound leads. And a lot of the time, these are going to be tire kickers. They're not necessarily going to be people who can afford you. They're more so just going to be people asking about your offer, basically trying to learn what you do with your AI content agency. So if we were just to really show you what I'm on about, if we go back to here, in this video, the only 2 comments I have are people asking me about my systems. So they're not potential clients. They're just people who basically just want a bandwagon of the work we've put in. So as you can see, I'm currently running an agency. I have, do you use an appointment setter? And this is what's going to happen with you a lot, okay? So this is why it is really important that you have this qualification in place to really limit it. You are still going to get some, but if you can limit it just so it's less work for you and your appointment setter, once you scale and you get one, it's definitely worthwhile. Okay, cool. Now that we've crushed it with our bio and our profile picture, so things are looking a lot better than they originally were, it is now time to do story highlights. So for this series, I am going to be leveraging the testimonials I've been able to get from my agency. I do want to put that out there. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're going to be watching this and thinking, how can you do this to us? Like, it's going to be so much easier for you to be able to get a client. So what I've decided to do as a result of this is just limit the amount of testimonials I'm going to be using. And I know that's not good enough. You would prefer for me not to use testimonials, but we've worked really hard for them within our agency. And if we do take someone on and we work with them for the foreseeable future as a result of this series, I want to make sure that they know they're in safe hands. So I am going to be using it. And if you don't have any testimonials at the moment, that's perfectly fine. There's still going to be ways for you to leverage these story highlights. And I'm going to show you that now. And this is just you showing your own results or doing free work, which we may have to do in this series. And, you know, if we do really good free work for them, we can get testimonials, we can get client results. So I'm just going to go to my main Instagram account right now, and I'm just going to download 3 or 4 client results just so I have them. Okay, cool. So as you can see, we're currently on my main account, and the client results I'm going to be using are this one.
Hi, my name is Nick Surface. I'm with The Impossible Life. We have been working with the Fusion Media team for a little over a year, and their content and help with what they've been doing for generating ads has helped us generate more than 6 figures of sales.
So as you can see, we're very, very good at what we do. So like I said, please don't worry, because alongside story highlights, alongside client wins, so you also look like a real person, you can also do more personal brand style content. So this could be pictures of you. I'll quickly show you what that looks like actually. So if we go into me, it can be like you when you're traveling, whatever. So this is me with some of my friends in Costa Rica. This is me playing paddle, not paddle, but pickleball. But paddle, pickleball, they're like my favorite sports in the entire world. And then, yeah, we just have tons of other ones. So me in London, Budapest. So this is actually where my profile picture originates from. So just all these really cool stuff. So it's just helping people really connect with you a lot more. As you can see here, we have like the personal brand content and just all these really, really amazing things, right? So whatever it is, just post it. People love to be able to connect with you on your story highlights. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download some of these, and I'm also going to download a few client wins, and we're going to get them uploaded. So once I do that, obviously if you have client wins already, make sure to leverage them. But if you don't, just find some cool pictures of yourself and start uploading them to your story. Okay, so I've literally had to spend the last half an hour going through my phone and trying to find all of these because it didn't just let me download them directly from Instagram. But I quickly want to show you what we've made and our game plan when it comes to posting them, the story highlights as well as the testimonials. Because the thing is, if we post them all in one dump, the prospect's instantly going to know, well, this is a brand new account. They haven't really been using it. They're obviously using it for extra outreaches or just for another reason. And this is why we need to think a tiny bit more strategically behind it. But let me show you what we've got. So I've decided to go with these 3 client testimonials, really, really good ones. So firstly, we have Christian. I believe we made him about 25,000, I would like to say. That's here.
Creating ideas and coming up with content and making thumbnails, those aren't things that you should be doing in your business as a CEO and founder. So with that being said, if you're considering the exact situation, and so if you're not making content purely get my clients through my YouTube channel, and Joseph's team was able to help me create thumbnails and strategies to be able to get more clients and allow me to do 30K cash collected.
Okay, so 30,000. Cool. And then we have like Andreas and Nick, who I showed you earlier. And here's some of like the really, really cool clips we have. So this is like me in Costa Rica, and I'm not
I was born in
some sort of model. And then, yeah, me playing pickleball, etc. Awesome, so let's get these posted. And I'm going to be honest, it is so much easier to do it from your phone. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to start posting from my phone, and then I'll just refresh here so you can see. Amazing, so as you can see, we've just logged into our account. So let's get these resources uploaded. So when we are doing it, I would also suggest just adding like some nice music, etc. Just something which represents you, you know. I'm not going to say like what type of music, etc. It can really just be anything you like the most. I think we're going to add some Drake. Awesome. So right now, just obviously so I don't look like I'm spamming my account and we've just opened it up, I'm only gonna post two story for the me section of it. So cool, that's awesome. So if we refresh our account, as you can see, we finally just added them. And what we can do from here is we can press new and we can make a story highlight. So we're gonna call that me. So look, you can actually see all our old client testimonials here, and these are some really, really old ones. So these are some of the clients I was getting back when we were charging like 50 to 250 pounds. Wow, I didn't even know that was there. That's a really amazing trip down memory lane. Okay, cool. So we're gonna add this one. Nice. So let's press next, and then for our cover, we're actually okay, so we'll put this cover for now, but we can make it better in a second. We may have to do it through the phone though. So this is looking pretty nice. And then we'll also get the other one story highlighted. Let me see if it's uploaded. Okay, so it's uploaded now. And then whilst we wait, let's get our first testimonial uploaded. I'm also only going to post one right now. And this is just because I don't want prospects thinking like we've gone and just dumped them all at once. It's better just to lay it out for like a week. You know, you don't want to spread it out over like a month or 2 months, but a week's fine. It's just showing you're doing things separately. And it's also going to help with your account warming up, especially if you've just created a new one or haven't posted in ages and you suddenly post a bunch of content all of a sudden. Instagram's like going to start being like, whoa, what's going on here? We need to further investigate it. And then their AI is going to take a look, and more often than not, they're going to accidentally ban you. And then it's just a whole entire process to get your account back, and a process which is extremely tedious. Okay, so we've just seen this here. Is it going to let me from that's really annoying. So this is why I just suggest doing it from your phone. You have just far greater flexibility. Okay, nice. So we've now got the me one, and then the testimonial one of Nick is just uploading here, as you can see. In fact, it's just done. So let's make a highlight of this quickly. So we're going to call this client wins. Okay, perfect. So we now have that sorted. So let's simply refresh so you guys can see. But the main problem behind this is if we compare them to my story highlights, they don't look very pretty. So I'm going to show you how you can make these really nice story highlights. And simply all we need to do is use Canva. So let me quickly log into Canva. And then from here, all we're going to do is just type in Instagram story highlights. I know right now you may know some of these things, but it's really important that I'm able to just reinforce them to you so you can remind yourself, kind of just steal the entire framework with how I'm teaching you. So when you are onboarding your clients or even decide to make some sort of course for them to be able to upsell them alongside your regular service, you have all of these videos at your disposal that you can use. So that's kind of the goal behind it. Okay, it doesn't really matter which one we use just because we're going to be customizing it. Nice. So simply all we're going to do is delete. We just want a circle. From here, we want to add some sort of gradient to it so it's nice. To be honest, I quite like this one already. And what I can do is maybe I just want to change it to a tiny nicer purple. You know, I'm already loving this. And then now let's just change it to, I like this one the most. And then remember, so we have two story highlights, so me and client wins. So let's go over me first. So I'm simply just going to type in me. Let's type in user instead. It may actually come up with something a tiny bit better. Okay, I really like this. So simply we're just going to expand it a tiny bit, and then we're just going to change it to white. That looks, let's actually just decrease it. I don't know. I'm still not really liking it too much. It's not looking as good as I think we can get it. Let's try this one. I feel like it may fit our theme a tiny bit better. Okay, that is perfect. I love that a lot. So we're simply going to duplicate it, and then we're going to type in wins, and then see what it comes up with. So typically a trophy. What happens if we type in client wins? Yeah, I like this one. So let's go ahead with this. Get it big. Let's just drop it down a tiny bit. It still doesn't look central to me, even though it says it is. It's tiny, just a tiny amount, move it down. Okay, that's perfect. I'm now gonna export these and add them as our story highlight covers. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and uploaded them, so let's refresh, and wow. as you can see, things are already looking really, really good. And okay, so on Loom it says we've been rolling for about 40 minutes. Of course, I've made some mistakes, so I've had to redo it. But in literally the case of, well, let's just say 35 minutes, we've got ourselves a very, very nice looking Instagram account. We've built out an amazing bio, added our self-profile pictures, got story highlights to further reinforce our authority and show we're real people. Now we've got to go into the actual content itself. And what I'm going to do, just because I don't want this video to go on too long for you, I want them to be not super short and snappy, but enough for you to digest within a day, execute on the homework I'm giving you, and then come back to the next video. In this one, we'll go over more so the lifestyle content, and then in the next video, we'll spend the whole entire time going over the more so value content, right? And the best way for me to really show you the type of like personal brand, lifestyle content you need, we're simply just going to look through my main Instagram account here. So let's just give it a quick follow. Wow, I can't even believe I'm not following it. And let's look through some of my personal brand, more value building content, right? So as you can see here, we have me winning the UK Startup Awards. So of course, I'm going to be adding that for my personal brand. So of course, I'm going to be adding that to the AI Content Agency account because it just further reinforces me as an authority figure, shows what I'm doing really amazing. And then we just have like a few other cool photos. So everyone wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we wouldn't know what I was wearing to it. And then a slight flex. So just all of these really, really cool things. And then I just added a sense of humor at the end. So genius outreach method, hack someone's account, then pitch them on a service. They have to reply. Just these kind of funny things. And then a few other ones, so me at Costa Rica, etc. So just all of these dumps. And the whole entire goal behind these types of posts are just to really, they're not necessarily to provide value, solve someone's pain point. They're just to position you as a real person. Because what you're typically going to find with all of your competitors, right? They're just going to be posting a bunch of value-based content or just showing like the results they produce for clients. Like, yes, of course, this is very good at some level and we need it, but we can't just simply post that. We also need to post pictures which show our core values, help potential prospects connect with us on a better basis so they understand us and they know, like, and trust us before they get onto a sales call with us. And one of the best ways we can achieve this is through content like this. And this is why I'm placing such a big, huge emphasis on us doing it. So homework for now, because we're going to end this video. So in the next one, we can spend the whole entire video when you guys are refreshed, you've executed on everything I've shown you, really going ahead and starting to create value content. I don't want you to post it. I just want you to post one, because if you post them all now, how it's going to look on your feed is lifestyle pick, lifestyle pick, lifestyle pick, value, value, value. You want to like integrate them with each other, right? I want you to get 3 pictures ready, so lifestyle pictures. You can either do a dump like I do, where you do carousel photos. I would recommend this because you can add like yourself, some funny stuff like nature, etc., memes. These are the best in my opinion. I wouldn't just do singular photos. So get 3 of them, carousel posts. Make sure to post 1 before the next video. And then for the other 2, you're just going to have them in your backlog prepared to post. And then what I also need you to do in prep for the next video is I need you to firstly, today, go ahead and post 1 client win if you already have one. If you don't, please, please, please do not worry. We will get you one very, very soon, I promise. But you can still execute on me once again. So I want you to post 2 me photos to your story highlights to further really just position you as a person. And then each day I want you to post 1 to 2 more. We don't want to flood straight away because we won't be able to really warm up our account here. And I know I did say I'm going to show you how to warm up your account, and it kind of slipped my mind, I won't lie to you. So I'll quickly run through that right now, okay? So you can understand how it better works when it comes to Instagram, okay? So imagine you've just set up an account, or you're using an account where you didn't really post too much on or send any sort of DMs on, okay? And then you have someone above you. Imagine this as the guardian. This is the person who protects Instagram. Their whole entire job is to literally keep an eye on accounts. So imagine this is the eye, this is the guardian, and then these are all the different accounts. And let's say this account's been, pretty sleepy before. It hasn't really been doing too much. Same with this one. And then all of a sudden, you're posting, so tons of posts, as you can see. Imagine these are posts, and then as a result, you're getting like tons more likes, etc. But you're like mass posting to your stories, to your main feed. The Guardian's going to see this and want to further investigate, and most of the times it is going to see it as spam. And then what's also going to happen is when you combine that with also sending out DMs, because this is one of the acquisition methods we're going to do, it's going to like be like, whoa, why are they sending so many DMs now? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? And it's instantly just going to get your account restricted or shadow banned. So you're going to have to start completely from scratch. So for us to really prevent this from happening, all we're going to do, and you can literally reach out to anyone. So I literally mentioned Drake in this video, so let's do him. We're literally just going to message 2 to 3 people each day just to warm up our accounts. Don't just do a message like, hey, make sure it's like a decent message. Hey, how are you? I love your work. Something like this. And then we're going to do it for 3 more people. And we're just going to do that for the next week to really just build up our account and let Instagram know, okay, we're more active on it now. We're reaching out to people. So when we do start doing mass outreach, we won't get banned. But yeah, I really, really hope you found day 2 extremely, extremely valuable. I very much so enjoyed making this video. And I really hope I've brought a lot more energy to it, because I'm really conscious. In my last one, obviously, it was value-packed. We provided a lot of value. I want to make sure I'm also coming with a lot of energy to keep you guys entertained. You know, you want to watch it, you want to learn from me. So please let me know in the comments. But thank you so much. Make sure to execute on the homework, and I'll see you in the next one. And I promise you, what we're building right now, not just me, you know, you're copying me. You may get a client before me. It's really amazing, and it's seriously going to help you achieve the life you want. You know, it helped it for me. It used to literally see in real time. I documented everything, right? And there's no reason it can't do the same for you. So please like and subscribe. In prep for the next video, sign up for the waitlist for Fusion AI. And then, yeah, thank you so much.